I don't know. Snow day, opening late today.
Okay.
So should we stay open later since we opened later?
No. I mean, I don't care. I won't be
I'm
here.
embarrassed that you thought about that, Phil.
So you're not gonna like fill the coffee cup?
I can't.
I will. I need coffee.
Okay.
Here. I will fill it.
Okay, hold on. Let me flip the camera around.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, fill your coffee cup.
You gotta do it really fast so it makes lots of bubbles. It's like a coffee frother.
That is not how that works.
And then you gotta put your pinky out.
All right, we're done with you. Good morning. Good morning. I have again lost my perch for my camera due to
Here, let me help
ammo supplies. Oh boy. Okay.
Good job.
We have one whole person.
One whole person.
One whole person. So we're going to wait a minute.
Okay. Maybe this one whole person will say hi.
Yo, who's out there? Say hi. Comment, like,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Hit the notification button.
Yeah,
Everybody's probably still sleeping.
probably is.
Like it's a snow
They're
day.
all out trying to shovel the 12 inches of snow we got last night. Oh,
Well, they gave
we
us a
didn't.
like.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's nice of you. Now say hi.
Thank you.
Whoever you are.
Yeah. Only we can see it. We can see you right there up at the top of the screen. Ah, there he is. Hey, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Welcome. You win the prize of being the first one here and the first commenter.
The only one here.
And I don't know what that gets you.
You can start going through inventory.
Are you local to us, Tim? Good morning to you.
Oh, there's another one.
If you're local to us, I'm going to give you a free lane pass, just because.
Sweet.
Come on, shoot.
You know, it's because you have the wrong coffee cup.
It is. Troy, oh, that's not too far.
That's local.
Yeah. Well, if you want to come out here and shoot, just shoot me an email, phil@therangestl.com. I'll put a free lane pass for you on my desk. You can come out and pick it up whenever you want. So, as the title says, we're open a little late today. We're going to open at noon instead of 10. Let the roads clear up a little bit and so on. We're going to go through inventory somewhat-ish quick, and then we're going to talk about what else but the brace
You just
thing.
have to clarify something.
Yeah, we want to clarify something that we talked about, that several people talked about last week, or earlier this week. Maybe it was Monday. What? I don't even know what day
It
it
was during
is.
SHOT Show, so...
No, it wasn't.
What?
I think the video
No,
came
I
out.
guess it wasn't.
I think it was Monday. Doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to talk about that a little bit and where exactly we are with the brace thing, which is not a whole lot different than where we were a month ago. Nothing's really changed. So let's go through inventory real quick. As always, if you see something you have questions about, just ask. We've got several used rifles and shotguns up here. I don't know if I missed this one the other day, or maybe it wasn't out yet, but we have a 1301 Beretta up here, which we have not seen in quite some time. So,
I haven't seen one with that grip on there.
yeah. I think that's why I missed it, is because that's not the typical. So let me ask you this. Yeah.
I've never shot a shotgun like that, though.
I was just going to ask you that. If you bought that gun, so Liz has a 1301. Would you keep that stock on it, or would you put something else? Would you put the Magpul stock on it?
I don't know. I'd have to shoot it first. I honestly don't know.
I'd put the Magpul stock on it.
See, the Magpul stock didn't do a whole lot for me because the stock was perfect length and everything, so I really liked it. We switched it out for the... I don't know why. I think Nick wanted it.
It's better. It's a better stock. It just is. I think the stock's fine, but for whatever reason, I don't like pistol grips on shotguns. They feel weird to me to shoot. On that one, it wouldn't be as bad, I don't think, because of where their safety is. Yeah, that's all right.
Do you want me to hold something for you?
I'm done with it.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me, but I don't prefer it. I much prefer a more traditional type of stock on a shotgun. I don't like the pistol grips.
Mesa Tactical.
Yeah. So otherwise, we've got some other 12 gauge and 20 gauges. Grant, good morning, sir. So we have shotguns. On to the long gun wall. We have lots of options up here. 5.56 ARs, AKs, 308 ARs. Most everything up here is a rifle. Some of this stuff up here is going to become a rifle soon, and some of it is pistols. I shouldn't say some of this is going to become a rifle because we're going to keep them as pistols, but the ATF would deem them rifles simply because they have this thing on it. But we have lots of options. So, yeah, all that snow. Grant, you certainly missed out on the blizzard. We got a whopping, 1 inch. Maybe an inch and a half. Kind of silly, but is what it is. So we're going to talk more about the brace thing again here in a minute, try to answer any questions you have. And we want to clarify something that we talked about. In Cali, did you move again, or did you just there for work or fun or something? All right, I'm going to go into the pistol case here. Shadow Systems, I've got some MR, CR, DR pistols. Some Elite, I got a DR920P still. Training, awesome. A couple of Foundation Series guns. Springfield, I've got some XDSs, Hellcats, and XDMs. Smith, I've got lots of different variants of Smith. EZ 380s, EZ, Equalizers, CSX, Shield Plus, M&P 2.0s, SD9s, and so on. SIG, lots of 320 variants to include an X10, several Legions, 226s and X5 Legions, 365, TAC packs, XLs, 365 XLs, X compacts, Beretta 92 variants, APXs, CZ. We got Tactical Sport Orange in. Liz, will you turn up the lights in here, please? FN 509 variants, TCs and mids, LS and CC Edge, Canic variants, Ruger 5.7. Thank you. Several Glocks, G45 with the new SCS Hollow Sun optic on it. We also have a Glock 19 with the SCS already mounted. Walther PPQs, Q4, Q5's going. Huh. Oh no, oh yeah it is. A couple of PDPs, several Bursas, AirX, Delta L, M, and X, SARS, Savage, Mossberg, Sky, and so on. I know I'm going through that stuff pretty fast, but it is what it is. I want to move on to bigger discussion. Take a quick look at the use case. Taurus PT 709, SIG 320, TP9, Springfield 1911, Sky, M&P 40, Walther CCP, Taurus 605 revolver, and a Shield Plus and a CW9 from Carr. And a Glock 19 down there on the bottom. David Workman, good morning, sir. All right, so as of at least 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, the pistol brace ruling has not been published yet to the register, so it isn't. It's kind of ominous. Yeah, that's one of the things I was going to ask is if that's concerning to anybody that they had this thing. Hold on, I got to try to find a spot that my phone fits in here. They had this thing ready to go
Last
2 weeks ago.
last week was the first full week. It was the week before last.
So
Right before SHOT Show. Yeah.
whatever that was. So a week and a half ago, we see your elbow. So remember, you have to be in the front because you're short. Okay.
Too close.
You're not too close. Hold on, I got it. I can't. There we go. So they've had the ability to publish it for a week and a half, let's just say, and they haven't yet. So
Why?
yeah, why? Why is it? And I honestly don't really have a good answer outside of maybe again they're going to wait until this weekend, on Friday to give themselves a little bit of a buffer of time that there's nobody around for people to complain to.
Yeah, right before the weekend, so they can be distracted by their weekend activities.
Yes. Because of what?
Maybe because of
all the lawsuits. I don't think so. I don't think the lawsuits have anything to do with the delay.
I feel like if there was something that would have paused it, we would have heard about it.
Yeah,
at
if
least
there
as
was,
far as lawsuits.
Yeah, if there was an outside force that caused it to pause, such as a lawsuit, I think we would have heard that. I don't even know if you can file the lawsuit against something that hasn't been published yet.
Like an injunction.
I don't know. Yeah, but it hasn't been published, so I don't know if there's nothing to stop yet. I don't know. I don't know how that works. If you're a lawyer and you can elaborate on that, have at it, please.
Help us out.
But so that hasn't been published yet. So as of right now, your pistols are still pistols. As soon as that is published, your pistols become an SBR automatically. A couple of key things to understand. First off, the 88-day thing that we talked about Monday or whatever day that was is a non-issue. There was some misunderstanding of how that was going to be implemented or how they interpreted the 88-day rule. If you're unfamiliar, several people had said that, hey, the ATF gets an automatic denial if you're not approved within 88 days. Well, that applies only for 4473 background checks, and you're not doing a 4473 background check for an NFA item.
You technically are to receive possession, but you're not actually running a background check. You still have to
you're
fill out the
filling
form,
out the form, but that's your background check's already been done. That form is really just becomes a transfer form at that point. That's good, Workman. Good job. Phil, do we have any Hollow Sun 50Ts in green yet? I don't know. I'll go look here in a second. As soon as Liz starts elaborating on all this stuff, don't you disappear.
I was going to go look.
Okay. You can continue on with the conversation here in a minute. So really that's a non-issue. So don't sweat that. The biggest concern to me is people realizing that as soon as it's published, they have an NFA item. Whether they decide to do paperwork with it or not, until they make it not an NFA item, and currently the ATF says that if it has a brace and it meets all these other very general criteria, it is automatically an SBR.
Yeah, right.
So until you take that off and put a pistol tube on it, or if it's part of the function of the gun, or you put a 16-inch barrel on it, you have an NFA item, which restricts who can use it, where you can go with it, and so forth. So make sure that you are in compliance with that. Oh boy, I don't even want to. There are no laws. This is very true. Is it true if you drink White Claws, there are no laws? I think that may be the way around all this NFA stuff.
Jackpot.
I don't remember the name of the legislation. There was other legislation that was proposed essentially to try to get SBRs, SBSs, and AOWs out of the NFA and suppressors, essentially doing away with the NFA, which would be awesome. I don't see that going anywhere. It's more of a
idea of grandeur.
yes, yeah. It's more of a look what I'm going to do, but it's not going to.
Well, but if the ATF if it is deemed unconstitutional, which it is, and they really lay the smackdown on the ATF for making these rules, these rules are only able to happen because they're regulating the NFA, and they're making rules in accordance with the NFA. So if this all kind of like crumbles on top of the ATF because of all the overreach, maybe it does have a chance to really impact the NFA as a whole.
This legislation, this proposed legislation, essentially doesn't even attack the ATF for determining these things to be NFA items. It just tries to get rid of the NFA. So then, even if they say that this box is now, because it's bigger than this box, is now an NFA item, well, now the NFA is gone, so it doesn't even matter.
Well, the regulatory commissions are able to make rulings. Their purpose is to be able to make rulings and fast track. I don't even want to say laws,
yeah.
but they have to have something that they're making a law around. So that's what they're making rules in accordance with the NFA.
Yeah.
So if our understanding as America.
You can see that. How observant of you.
If the ATF using the NFA as, obviously that's how they're making the rules, but if it's determined that they have overreached, even with accordance with the NFA, then maybe that will allow us to investigate the NFA more as a whole, and maybe it could go down that path, at least start to.
I don't necessarily disagree with that. I do think that this is going to be deemed to be an overreach. I don't think that will have a ton of impact over the NFA specifically. I think that this is going to be looked at similar to the bump stock thing, that they made rules and they changed definitions to meet their new standard. I think that's going to be deemed to be unconstitutional and not allowable. That's going to take time, though.
Well, with the bump stocks and the EPA issue, and now this, I don't know, maybe someone is going to take a deeper look into the regulatory commissions and evaluate these rulings even harder.
Well, the agencies, I mean, they just like a lot of things, it starts off, these regulatory agencies, they start off with good intentions of,
right.
Hey, we want to give you this power because this is your area of expertise. So as the world changes and morphs a little bit, we need you to have some control to say whether this is right or wrong, and we want your rules to have the penalty and the weight of the law backing you. So they're not writing laws, but they're writing regulations that have
the ability
to be enforced as law. And just like anything, you get that little bit of power, and they start chipping away just a little bit more, and they get hungrier, and now that little bit of power they had doesn't give them that same feeling, so they have to be a little bit more powerful and a little bit more powerful, and next thing you know, they're way overstepping, which is where we're at with ATF, with the EPA,
with the FDA, with
all
with
all these regulatory agencies. They have this little bit of wiggle room to work within, and they just keep wiggling a little bit more, and then finally, hopefully, well, I shouldn't even say hopefully, because it has happened, where they've gotten smacked a little bit and said, no, you've overstepped. So, yeah. Tricia, good morning.
Hold on, did you see? Look at that nice comment that Grant left.
No,
see?
Well, Grant doesn't know what he said that. This is all assuming a lack of corruption within I mean, that's for sure. It's the same thing with the FRT trigger. Yeah, so I agree that it's rewriting a definition because we don't like something. It's lawmaking through regulations, which is not.
But they're abusing the NFA.
They're
abusing us
yeah.
with the NFA. So that's what I'm hoping is that because they're using it so much, they were given an inch, they've taken a mile, and then some, and now
Keep talking. I'm going to go look at stuff. Have fun.
So hopefully someone will, in legislation, Congress, somebody is going to say this is enough, and really maybe take a deeper look at the NFA in its entirety, and maybe rework that. There was, some member of Congress from, I don't remember which state it was, but they, I believed, filed a lawsuit to change the definition as it was originally written for a pistol and a rifle. So what they're looking at now, with the Brace ruling, they're going back to 86 or whatever, whenever they came out with the initial definition of a rifle and pistol, and they're going to try to change it to where it doesn't say that it's a shouldered tool. So I don't know how far that one will go, but that's just one of the lawsuits that I've heard of, to try to foil their plan.
No 509 greens. Sorry, Cameron.
So that's.
Phil
I
just up and
didn't
left,
get very
yes.
far. Yeah,
Good.
he just left. Who's to say Congress isn't using the ATF and NFA to do the dirty work they want done that they can't do, and with actual laws? I think there are definitely certain members of Congress,
That have
and then some that are
influence.
influencing for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, when you have an ATF director that you can just kind of put in place that
It's
either
not
has
an elected official. Why isn't the director an elected official? I think any of the regulatory agencies should have an elected official. I think that's insane.
again, because they're not supposed to have the power that they do.
I guess they are elected. They're just elected by Congress. Because, but you don't.
Now, we do elect our congressmen and senators, and they're still...
Right, they don't vote in our favor.
Awesome.
They don't even read the damn bills that come on their desk. Some of them do. Josh Hawley submitted something yesterday that was...
You're talking very quietly to...
Sorry, I'm thinking. I think out loud. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and do what they want to do. I agree. Damn it, I had something else I was going to say about that whole regulatory thing. And it, poof, it's gone.
Good job.
I don't know. I forgot.
Catch it. It's right there. Here. It's...
Okay. Anyway.
All that matters is that I am dying right now.
Come back over here.
I don't want to do this. Back in your face.
Anyway. Liz just got fired. Almost.
Almost.
We're almost there.
I'm always on the brink of getting
Yes.
fired.
For sure. Now everything's gone.
I'm going to go watch this later.
This is what they came here to see is nothing.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't really have anything else now. I'm at a loss. Phone's ringing. Go answer that.
So okay, fine.
No,
I'll
get over here. Get over here. We're not till 12. Just go join the GOA, join the whoever else. Call your congressman, call any elected official that you can, and just tell them what the hell the deal is and that you don't agree with what's going on. Make some noise. Make good noise. Don't be silly about it or dumb about it. That doesn't help the cause whatsoever. So again, as of a few minutes ago, no regulations been published yet. It's time to push end. I know. No regulations been published yet, so everything's still the same as of today. Once it gets published, you'll see all of our stuff come off the wall. We have to comply with it right away because they become an NFA item immediately. So we have to change them up or put them on our books a different way and so on. So all those pistols will come off the wall as soon as it is published. We won't have the ability to sell them until we either keep them as pistols or make them or sell them as an NFA item. As an individual who currently owns one, you're still good for 120 days. Understand that you are in possession of an NFA item. So if you're in Illinois, that really freaking sucks because you can't have it. Can't have it. You need to be making your changes sooner rather than later. John, do we have a 45 Banshee? I don't know that we have any 45s. I'll look real quick. I have 9 mils, 5.56, 9. I've got Mark 47 Banshees. I've got a 10 mil, but no 45s. Sorry. No 45s. Most everything else, though. All right. That's all I got. No, Cameron, I already answered. I have no 509s. I don't have any 509s, period, right now. So, sorry. I apologize you didn't hear me earlier. After I disappeared and came back, I had mentioned that, but none in the store. All right. We're going to go away because this just went sideways and downhill and all that stuff. So, you guys have a super awesome day. Please keep in mind that we open at 12 o'clock today. So if you need something, come hang out with us after 12 o'clock. We'll have hot coffee and bays will be up and running, and come in and shoot your guns. Buy your fun stuff. Pick up some ammo or a new bag or medical supplies or something. Oh, speaking of medical supplies, Rob's going to be on tomorrow, probably with Liz. I don't know if I'll be here or not. But that's what I'm doing right now. We have medical classes coming up in in February. And so tomorrow Liz is going to be on with Rob and they're going to talk about medical stuff. I think they're going to specifically talk about tourniquets maybe tomorrow. I don't know. And we'll see what happens. So tune in tomorrow and pick Rob's brain about any of your medical questions, and you'll have an opportunity to get signed up to come out for one of our medical classes. You guys have a super awesome day. Stay safe, be nice to one another, and we'll catch you soon. Later.